The Weekly Warm Pipe.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Weekly War Pipe podcast. I'm David, as you know, and we have Russ, Keith, and Jay is here with us as well. And we, I don't really know where to start because this is a topic that we're not too familiar with, right? We weren't expecting this, and we thought about doing some tribute videos and things like that, but I think it was a collective decision that we wanted to dedicate this week's episode with you guys and join the conversation, because I know that there's probably a lot of you out there that, you know, maybe have questions or maybe just want to get some things off your chest, and we can talk about it in a community aspect and just celebrate Billy and celebrate the Game Chasers, celebrate what he means to all of us, what he means to the YouTube community. And we don't really know how this is going to go. So if you guys want to leave any memories or thoughts in the chat, feel free. Just so you guys do know, we are going to monetize this video with respect to the family. Anything that is raised during the show, as far as monetization goes, will go 100% to Billy's family. So just wanted to let you know that. And like I said, we have Russ, Keith, and Jay here. I have a few things that we're going to talk about. But yeah, so I guess.
And also, if you guys don't know,
right?
This is a live show. We are doing a live stream, so we can also showcase. If you guys have any comments, we'll be able to show those up on screen. If you want to give us any stories or something like that, we do have a few voicemails we'll get to eventually, so we could showcase those. And if you guys did want to you could call in live to the show to leave a voicemail, and I can get it set up to play on the show as well, if you guys want to do that.
It's been I think, it's hard for everybody. It doesn't matter if you only knew Billy as watching his videos, watching the Game Chasers, had that relationship with him. It's hard for everybody that did that. He was such a big part of the community and the space, and he was a trailblazer. He was honestly larger than life. Billy was someone that I found to be kind of intimidating, which kind of held me back from getting to talk to him and visit with him. I always kind of put it off to the next time. And there's those people like me out there. There's those people that knew him like you, David, where you guys had more of a relationship and more of a conversation. So I think, like me and you talked, David, his passing is really it'll be a ripple effect. His life was a ripple effect, and it'll continue. It's touched so many people and so many folks in this world that are in the gaming community or in the space. It's brought people to the gaming community and the space. And I know I've seen in the chat, people are saying that people are saying, I love you, man. I love you. Like, everyone's telling each other that right now. And that's good to see. It's that ripple effect it's causing, where we're all appreciating each other. So I think that's really nice.
I gotta say, I just read this chat that Rax wrote.
Oh, you want to showcase that? It was a fun story.
Oh my god,
on that.
That's so funny. Apparently, like, they were all at too many.
Well, I could bring it up. Yeah.
That's
you want to read it, Jay?
Yeah. So all right. So Rax writes, one time I was hanging out with Billy, Jay, RGT, and Wood in the hotel at Too Many Games. Billy was selling the Game Gear because the screen was scratched. He sold it to a guy. The guy got a really good deal because the screen was scratched. The guy then peeled a screen protector off, and Billy's face went, WTF. That's so good. He was like, "What the heck? If I knew it was the screen was brand new, I wouldn't have sold it." Man, what a great
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm having audio issues. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's a good story for sure.
Does anybody else think it sounds weird? Maybe it's my headset or something. I don't know.
Yeah, keep us posted in the chat. Sounds fine in mine. So
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Also, I tried to join the chat, guys. For some reason, it's not letting me. Me and technical issues on the weekly warp pipe. So it continues.
Yeah, it's like Gamer Aimer said, it's a crazy hit to the gaming community, right? It's like it's gonna affect everyone.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
How did we all know, Billy? I guess let's share that. I think Jay and David, you guys might have a little more.
Can I go back to the beginning?
Oh, absolutely.
So my daughter was born October 15th, 2013. I'm sitting, I've just moved to this house. I've maybe been here a couple months. We didn't have cable TV. I didn't have anything to entertain myself. And it just dawned on me that I hadn't beat Batman on the NES. And I just typed, and then at some point I just typed in Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. So obviously the first person that popped up was AVGN because he had done this whole video on that specific topic. But right after that, I was suggested the Game Chasers, and I watched like the episode 1, and I was like, I love this. And I bet I binged, me and my little baby, my little couple-month-old baby just binge watched the crap out of Game Chasers. And that was late 2013, and I've been a fan ever since.
Nice. Good stories for sure.
I think that's what I started. I used to just like use YouTube randomly. I didn't watch much on YouTube. And I watched Happy Console Gamer and a couple other channels, nothing major, Pixel Dan. And then I was kind of kicking around the idea of starting a YouTube channel. So it's like, well, I'd like to collect Nintendo games. I think that would be fun. So I did the same thing. I just looked it up, collecting Nintendo games on my phone. And I was at work, so I was driving at work. So I put my phone in the cup holder and I just let it play through the speakers. So, like you said, one of the first channels that popped up was Game Chasers. So I started playing it. I think I watched every single episode that they had. That it was like for a month at work almost. I watched every single episode, and I was like, "That's what I want to do." I think that's the creative outlet that I need, is to start a YouTube channel and do something like this. I think the editing would be fun. I think the hunting would be fun. I think it'd be great to do that. So, like, their channel inspired me to start that, which made it so I know you guys. I know the Pixel Game Squad guys. I know Gamer Aimer. Everybody. The positive impact that watching their videos that day made on my life is crazy. And I really appreciate that about them and what they did.
Absolutely. I want to showcase a few comments here before we lose them in the chat. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad said, I wish I could have gotten to meet him. I did always pop in for his Saturday retro streams. I told him I wanted to go to a convention in Kansas City. He said he was probably going to go. So if I did, he told me to DM and meet up. Corporal Donut said, met Billy and Jay at SoCal 2016, back when Billy had his long hair. Jay was there too. That Frankenson's location was awesome. And Colby, my buddy, Purge and Splurge, Thrifting says, anyone else been binging on the Game Chasers from the start the last few days? Pioneers of the retro game hunting community. And it's great you can go back to those episodes and they still hold up like fantastic to the day. Like,
Absolutely.
the editing, they basically just, it's been said plenty of times before. It's obviously modeled heavily after like shows like American Pickers, Storage Wars and all that, and it works so well to tell the story that way. And from there, so many other channels took that format and ran with it. And it just, Retro Liberty, Pixel Game Squad now like use that as well. I think a lot of us in the retro gaming community was just watching, obviously, Angry Video Game Nerd was just a straight review show, and any type of game hunting was almost like a one shot. I'm at the flea market, I'm walking around with like POV. Maybe like Pat the NES Punk, he was doing like voiceovers of him at the flea market, but
Flea
them
Market
taking
Madness.
it, yeah, Flea Market Madness, classic for sure. But then Game Chasers come, and you're like, what is this like production value? Like so great, like it was just great to see, and then other people followed suit, and that kind of caught on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the craziest thing about Billy is we didn't all know him personally, but he influenced so many people. Like all four of us, I'm sure, and then probably everybody in this chat. And I've seen 20 videos this week of people talking about Billy. And I guess it's probably hundreds, if not thousands of people more, like everybody took something from that show and tried to, find their own creative outlet. But all that was because of Billy.
Right.
I'm not sure how much you guys got. I was having some audio issues. I actually couldn't hear you guys for the first 10 minutes, so I don't know.
Perfect. You can watch the replay.
So there's guys. I'll watch the replay. So I don't know exactly how much you guys.
We were just talking about how we came across the Game Chasers originally. Jay and Keith went. I took some time to read some comments. I didn't really say how I came across them. Was pretty much this similar way. Watching Angry Video Game Nerd. I'm sure it came up as a suggested video, and just started watching those. And then it was pretty cool to see them come out to the very first here in Connecticut Retro World Expo. They were part of a what would you call it? I guess like a YouTube. I'm not even sure how to describe it. Retroware TV was essentially a bunch of different YouTubers in that, and so they had joined on that. And one of the guys, John Delia, was a founder of that, and Lance, and they were part of starting up Retro World Expo. So they were like, "Hey, let's get all the Retroware guys out." So Billy and Jay came out, and a few of the other guys who were on the TV show, the Video Game Years. Well, it's a TV show now, but it was on YouTube. So all those guys came out. So it was great to see, all those YouTubers at the first Retro World. And maybe I said hi. I'm unsure, but I've never really chatted too much with Billy. It was more with Jay.
So that's where I met Billy and Jay. I went into the first Retro World, and it's a great segue. Thank you for that, Russ. I actually made a post on Instagram where I posted my first picture with Billy and Jay. It also had Norm, the gaming historian, as well as Alpha Omega Sin. It was the first time I met them. And that was back that was 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Because this is the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So what a lot of people don't know about me, or maybe you do know, is that I got married in 2015 in May. And the day that my wife and I came back from our honeymoon, my wife went into the hospital for 3 months with acute liver failure. This was right after the wedding. And I lived at the hospital for about a good 3 months or so. Didn't leave her side unless I had to maybe go to work. And if I went to work, then I put on a smile and nobody knew about it because I didn't tell anybody what was going on. And the one thing that I did is we always had somebody with my wife watching her. And the nights that I was able to go home, I watched the Game Chasers. And that was my outlet. To just kind of try to get my mind off of things. And so Billy and Jay were a very, very big part of that. And when I got to meet them at Retro World Expo, I made a point to go and talk to them and tell them about how I got introduced to their videos and how much it got me through a lot of that stuff. And the way we talk about Billy, in a sense, and Jay too, because Jay's the exact same way, because every single time I just saw them at Southeast Game Exchange, and from that moment forward, they became friends, and I was able to text them, call them. Me and Billy talked about movies. Me and Billy talked about, like, I ended up doing a Facebook Marketplace pickup for him for VHS tapes, so he can have VHS tapes for his for the movie, to make VHS copies. But the one thing that they did, which is will always stay with me, is whenever I would say hi to them at a show, or whenever I would come across them in person, first thing they would ask me is, "How's my wife doing?" And that was 10 years ago. And the same thing happened at Siege this year. The first thing that Billy asked was, "How's the family? How's everything going?" And so much that I actually do have here, when I pre-ordered the Game Chasers season 4, and this is another thing that Billy did, and I think J Love had mentioned this in her video, that Billy remembers everyone and he knows all of his interactions. And so in this copy, he wrote me a handwritten note saying, "Hey, David, thank you so much for the support and awesome pictures." Because again, I took pictures of them at the conventions as well. I think Russ actually has video of me giving them one of the prints at one of the shows.
Yeah. Too many games.
Yeah. And he says, "Glad your wife is doing better. Great job staying strong for her. You got this. Enjoy the Blu-ray. Sorry it took so long." So that's, I mean, that's Billy, right? Like, he wanted to make sure everyone was taken care of. And he looked out for everybody. And so, like, that's my kind of introduction and how we became friends. And I'm just very happy that we got to see him at Southeast Game Exchange. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So sorry about that, guys. Just, I wanted to get that kind of off my chest.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's what we're here for, right? Is so everyone can talk.
And we're talking about, like, we did, like, you guys had mentioned how much they're an inspiration. And I was talking to Joe Sheevy the other day, D-Nick, he's in the chat. And he talked about how it's like a full circle of friendship. So Joe watched the Game Chasers, which then got recommended to Russ, and then became friends with Russ. And then I met Joe through Russ.
Yeah.
And so, like, it just shows you the power of the reach that they had, or that they still have to this day.
You might not have heard it, David, if you were having some audio issues, but like I was talking earlier about that ripple effect that Billy's life has caused on so many people, right? So that's exactly what you're talking about right there.
Yeah. So it's just wild, just thinking about that. And honestly, like, I pay Russ a huge thanks for getting me to kind of, like, get going on YouTube. But if Russ remembers this, back in the day, I tried to get into YouTube, and it just didn't stick that much. I just always had a lot of stuff going on with work. But Billy and Jay, I mean, they're the reason we got into the game hunting videos, and doing that sort of thing. And it just kind of sparked, I think it also sparked a lot of, it kind of brought back the interest of retro gaming in general as well. So going out, being reminded of these games, and like Keith said, it's just the ripple effect of everything that they did for a community within their videos, and just being amazing people. Like I said at the beginning of the thing, like, you never know where to start. And it's just like, there's so many things that we can sit here and talk about.
And we will.
With the impact. But But I don't know if anyone else wants to chime in. Is there any other comments?
How about Dragon Punch Dave said, we both dug creature flicks like Ghoulies, Critters, and his favorite, The Gremlins. I'll be watching those movies to celebrate his life. He did say also, like a lot of you, Billy's Game Chaser videos had a big impact on my life when things were tough and I couldn't sleep many nights. I binged all the Game Chaser seasons.
Yeah.
And I still have them on in the background when I'm like working down here in the office. Like I literally have their playlists of toy chasers, game chasers. Like that's what they're there for. And it's incredible. Like Russ was saying, I did hear this before, how much they just they hold up. And like there's you could watch them over and over and over and over
just
again.
Because how it's modeled so well after what TV shows were doing. Like you can watch episodes of American Pickers that are 10, 15 years old or whatever. I don't know how old the show is or whatever. So using the same format, it's even if you know what's going to happen, like I'm sure how many people have gone back and watched the episode where they find a surprise at Dinosaur Peak and you know it's going to happen and like they're caught slipping, but it's like
last night,
just well put together. You're like, and it's so weird. Even on my YouTube, like suggested video Game Chasers. I'm like, how does it know?
Right.
Like, I'm like, geez.
Now,
and even the episode
here,
where, go ahead, Keith.
No, go ahead. We'll catch it after.
I was just going to say another episode that I remember too is when they caught 8-Bit Eric slipping on the
Double Dragon.
The Battletoads Double Dragon. And to this day, Eric hears about it, but like it's all in good fun.
Well, like somebody mentioned earlier, how many people use that phrase? You got caught slipping now.
Right.
We didn't use that before the Game Chasers.
No.
It's like coined.
Yeah.
Now, in the chat, Corporal Donut says that Wood and Rob's video on Beat 'em Up was a really nice tribute to the vulnerability of the two, and sharing his last moments was really nice and emotional. I would agree. I think David made a little bit of a list of really great tributes that have come out.
I can talk about that for a minute. Wood and Rob. So full disclosure, and I'm sorry to go into like personal stories and everything like this again, but the moment I heard about Billy being in the hospital, first off, I texted Jay immediately, and I just want to know what was going on and tell him. And long story short, it was all very much familiar because I lost my dad in November to cancer, and it was a different type of cancer, but the cancer did reach his brain. And my dad was in the hospital for maybe 2.5 weeks. It was extremely, extremely aggressive. And he passed away within a couple of weeks, just a few short weeks after his birthday, actually. And so it was kind of like, I kind of felt like I was reliving it. And so I wanted to be there for Jay and everyone as much as I possibly could. But, I know that they have a huge support system down there in Texas and all their friends and everything like that. So, whether or not anybody takes me up on it or whatever, I just felt the need to do that. But watching, the point I'm getting at is watching Wood and Rob's video. It was really good for anybody who wanted that closure. Being guided through that entire month of what Billy was going through, how he had his ups and downs, and then how it kind of took a turn at a day before his surgery. I'll get into this a little bit later, but I would highly recommend watching that video. It shows so much about how Billy gave all of us hope, and how much he was there for everybody, and how he didn't look at it. Like one thing that they mentioned was he didn't want to know a diagnosis. He didn't want to know how much time didn't want to know what was going to happen to him. And they said it was probably because he wanted to give everybody else hope. And so that's the type of person that Billy is he was always looking out for everybody else. So I would highly recommend watching Wood and Rob's video, because I don't want to give you everything that's in it, because it is a very important watch. It's a very important watch for everybody. Also, their friend OK Chief put a video out. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I did watch that one as well, and it's just him in his car, and it's just him talking about it. He had mentioned that he had to hit the record button 4 times because you just don't know where to begin, right? So I would highly recommend watching his 8-Bit Eric. Aaron from the Pixel Game Squad, please watch his as well. I know Keith had mentioned Happy Console Gamers video. I also did watch J Love's video, and J Love's video was really great as well. Yeah. And what I loved about J Love's video is for excuse me, everybody that's listening now. We all had relationships. We all have, whether it's close relationships or acquaintances or whatever your relationship was with Billy. When I watched J Love's, it put my relationship with Billy's into perspective. That we had a casual relationship. We chatted every now and then. He remembered who I was. And we could reach out to one another when the time was needed. It wasn't like a super close friendship. I didn't know, all the things that his really close best friends have. His family life, all that things. But watching J Love's video kind of put it into perspective that there's a lot of us out there with the same type of relationship. And that is what's super important, is that even though Billy and the Game Chasers have hundreds and thousands of fans, he remembers everybody, and he remembers the stories. He remembers everyone's lives, what they're dealing with. And he shows that in friendship with everybody. So I think that was probably one of the most powerful things that I took out of this whole thing, is no matter what size YouTuber you are, or even if you're not on YouTube, because I wasn't even on YouTube at the time. I was just a fan that watched videos that helped me get through a rough patch. He was there for everybody.
I thought Retro Wolf 88 also had a really nice video.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch that one as well.
Yeah.
There's just so many. There's so many out there.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure.
Well, he touched so many lives.
Yeah. Do we have any other comments that we want to...
There's a good one from Christopher Smith. Says, we got engaged at Retropalooza forever ago with Billy and Jay present at the proposal. Wow. Memories the wife and I will never forget. They're such genuine people. Billy will be special to us forever.
Yeah. It's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of comments about how they were just, like, Billy was just at Siege with all of us.
I know.
Yeah.
We all just got to see him.
I was
that's
so
regret that I have.
I was going to say, Jay, tell your story.
I was just going to say, I'm so thankful. Like, I told the guys, I was like, you know what? I haven't seen the Game Chasers movie yet. They were streaming it. So I got to sit in there and watch the whole video, the whole movie. And then after that, I bet I got to ask Billy personally, like 7 or 8 questions, because I just kept seeing things in the movie that I was like, oh, this is probably inspired by this. So I just kept asking. And that was probably the most interaction I ever had with Billy, other than when I first met him at the Video Game Cavern. But I was just so thankful that I had that, at least that time with him to talk to him and watch his movie with him and support him that way. I regret not getting a picture, but
and the one thing that I'm
great.
Sorry, Jay, I'm going to mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
And that's something that Chief mentioned, as well as a lot of other people have mentioned, is that the Game Chasers movie was one of Billy's greatest accomplishments. I was fortunate enough. I was a backer on the movie. I actually got this shirt. I don't know if anyone of you guys have ever seen this shirt. This is a Adventures in Game Chasers backer crew shirt. So
Nice.
this shirt only came out like to the backers, and it's something that I'm gonna cherish forever. I actually pre-ordered. I got the VHS tape.
Oh, good.
That's sick.
So it's actually like the VHS version of it. So I popped this into the VHS player. And it's cool because it even has like the label on it.
That's great.
And the stick. There's no. Oh, maybe the sticker fell off.
Oh, lame.
I did just
No.
buy the Blu-ray. I just bought
Sorry.
the Blu-ray, so I have.
But
a
I do
copy
have the
too.
Blu-ray as well. But it is streaming too, isn't
We were
it?
saying, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad did say, go buy the Game Chasers movie. It's
Yes.
really good.
Yeah.
And I'm
And,
sure, honestly, his wife could probably use any support she could get at this point.
Right.
As well.
And Chief also mentioned in his video, as well as Wood's video, they mentioned that all of the DVDs that are still remaining to go out will be going out. Their friends are taking it all over. They actually told Billy that they were going to take it over because that was one of Billy's like biggest. It was his biggest concern was not getting all of the DVDs out to all the backers and all the supporters. So his friends just kind of like lifted a huge weight off of him, and they're going to send everything out. So it's just incredible the amount of support that Billy has, that he put out into the world. Like, it's just seeing all of these videos are just, it's crazy. It's just blowing my mind. You know, you think you know somebody, and then it just gets up another level of like, holy crap, like this dude he was a real one, you know?
He was a cornerstone
Yeah.
in the whole retro gaming community.
I mean, if there was like a
Just
Mount
that,
Rushmore of YouTubers, Billy would be on there.
right?
Yeah.
Classic.
It's crazy. That's the one thing I know, David, we talked about it while we were at Siege, because I hadn't had the opportunity to like introduce myself to Billy or Jay. They were at Really Rad Weekend when I was there. And like I kind of said earlier, I was intimidated, to be honest. I mean, they're the guys that inspired me to start this. They were the ones that pushed me that direction. So at Really Rad Weekend that year, their booth was right when you went in the door, and I felt myself kind of avoiding it because I was like, oh, I don't want to go over and fangirl over these guys. I wanted to present myself as someone that was doing this as well, and I wanted to earn their respect more than anything, I guess.
Right.
So I remember walking around. It was my first convention I'd ever been to, was this Really Rad Weekend. I remember walking around the hotel the first night, and everyone was drinking, everyone was partying, everyone was hanging out. And Jay and Billy are at the pool with their shirts off. And they're slapping each other on the chest and taking it, right? And I was like, oh, if I go over there, I'm gonna get slapped on the chest. I don't want to do that. So I felt that intimidation, right? Like Billy's he's a buff guy. I was like, I can't, I'm not going over there. So when we were at Siege, I mentioned to David, I was like, I want to meet those guys, but I kind of wanted it to be a natural interaction. So I didn't go and
Keith, you should have told him to oil up and hit the gym with you.
Right? I ain't been to the gym in years. I'd be intimidated. So I did end up walking over. RNG Gamer was visiting with Billy, and I did stop because I had to have a conversation because Jamie was my ride. So I had a conversation with Jamie, and then I was able to introduce myself to Billy. But that was the only interaction I got to have. And I regret not going over and just, I guess swallowing my pride and walking over and saying, hey, you inspired me. Like, you made an impact on my life. So I wish I'd done that. I think we all need to maybe just take a minute and reflect on that and say, you guys inspired me. Like Russ, your channel, what you've done, what I've seen you do, it's inspiring. Like the stuff you've done. I know what's happened with your channel. I know, you got some really big views off some stuff.
Yeah.
And I know, you're trying to make everything work and happen. And it's inspiring to watch. It really is. Jay, your stuff is awesome. Like when I
want to make it.
figured out when I figured out I got to meet you and got to hang out with you, I was like, this is amazing. I was fangirling over you a little bit, to be honest.
That's funny.
Right? And David, your stuff is amazing too. Brandy, your videos, if you're still in here, are so good. Bryce, the person you are, is amazing. Like there's so many. Iowa Gaming, Gamer Dad, like My Retro Life is here. Like,
oh my gosh, Tyler, love you, buddy. I love Tyler.
Everyone inspires each other in this community, and it's so amazing to watch. And Billy was a cornerstone of that.
Yeah,
he really is.
Gamer Aimer says it's totally okay to fangirl.
Hey, we'll showcase a few comments here. We got Fox Driven Retro. Even though I never met Billy, after all the years of watching him on YouTube, you watched him grow and you got to witness him grow as a person. So that made you feel like you knew him just a little.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What did Tyler say? The retro gaming community owes so much to Billy. I would encourage anyone who hasn't seen the Game Chasers movie to see it. It's Billy's baby, co-wrote and directed it. Gosh, he was just so talented.
What I learned when I did watch the premiere when they were at Southeast Game Exchange was Billy and who was the guy in Woods video? What was his name?
Oh, Rob.
Rob. He did a lot on the movie. They had plans to make another movie.
Yes,
and I was so excited.
Yeah, and they were talking about that. Chief mentioned that in his video when he went to go visit. He visited Billy on the Sunday before he passed, and they just sat and talked, and they just sat and played video games. They didn't talk about his illness. They talked about doing another movie. They talked about everything that they were planning to do, taking a trip to England, all these things that they made plans to do. And then Billy, without a bat and an eyelash, was like, hey, while you're here, you want to sign some DVD or Blu-ray cases? And he just gave him a stack, and he signed. Chief just signed a bunch of Blu-ray cases. Like, it's just amazing. Like I was saying before, like he just gave everybody hope, and it's wild. It's incredible.
I did get we have a few voicemails.
Oh, great.
We do have a text message from Bryce. Bryce sent us a text message here.
Okay.
Bryce said, hey, Warpipe crew, it's Bryce, JW here. Just wanted to get my message in before the show about Billy. I'm currently at work at Taco Bell on break, and I was thinking about what to say, and I just wanted to say Billy was a legend. I was always inspired by him, and I looked up to him. He was a funny guy and a really good guy, and I'm so glad I got to meet him and get to know him at Siege. The fact that he was always thinking of others, even during his last moments, he was a donor, is inspiring. And I think we all can learn from him. Love you, Billy. I'll miss you. Thank you for everything. And I love you, Warp Pipe Podcast crew. I love all you do in the retro community. Now I got to go back to work, but do yourself a favor and go watch the Game Chasers movie. Fly high, Billy. We all love you.
Man, that was great, Bryce.
Said Bryce.
We were talking about Fox Driven Retro made a comment about how we saw Billy grow, right?
Right.
And there was an episode of the Game Chasers that kind of stuck out to me when they were kind of having an argument in the car about losing all of their street cred because they couldn't find any games, and then they were looking for toys, and then Billy made the comment about how they were the toy chasers, and then sure enough they started the toy chasers. And isn't that like the story of all of us? Is like we're always shifting our collections, we're always growing as people, we're always looking into new things. And Billy took that and ran with it in a sense that it also made the channel grow even more, and the outreach of like, hey, it's cool to collect other things other than video games and
Right.
just nostalgic things in general, and go where the road takes you. And I thought that was really cool, and I find myself watching a lot of the Toy Chaser episodes
yeah.
now, because now I'm into toy chase and toy hunting and toy chasing, I
Right.
guess we'll call it now. And there's even an episode I was watching the other day where they went to the flea market with Ed from Ed's Retro Geek Out and
Yeah.
Narc, and they were making fun of them because they were bringing a cart with them to go to the flea market. But he said in that, which I always love, is like, I forgot a few of the things that he was looking for. I think he was like looking for GoBots or whatever, and then he's like, I want a bag of like Mad Balls, and I'm like, Billy's talking to me there, like, because I have a huge collection of Mad Balls. And so I just think that it's so cool watching the growth of the channel through like their interest and how we all evolve
Right.
as people. So the channel has grown not only with them, but has grown with the community as well. And I think that that's something that we should really acknowledge
I
in
always
part of being the Game Chasers.
enjoyed the episode where he was looking for the Rattler,
Yes.
the G.I. Joe Rattler. And I know he was always obsessed with the USS Flag too.
Yeah. And then he got it. He
Yeah.
he got it complete in box. Somebody was looking out for him. Gave him a good price. He unwrapped it like it was Christmas Day, and man, like it's incredible. Like to like, we watch these videos so much, and we keep saying it over and over and over and over again. Just how much they hold up and how much they always ring true to what's going on, and we always remember even the small little details. And like you said, it's like, it's funny because Jay, I see you in a way like Billy as well, because I feel like Jay is kind of a trailblazer as well, because I feel like Jay coined the term the Nintendo oddities. Like, everyone
Oh,
calls it the oddities.
that's funny. I didn't realize I started that.
I feel like that's where I heard it from. And so like,
Me too.
it's the fact that we all have friends in this community, and it all stems from there, and we've all been growing together, is a whole other story. But is there any other Russ, you said you might have had some other comments and
There's
stuff.
some good comments in
Yeah, I
here.
got a bunch of comments. I still
All right,
got
go
2
for it.
voicemails or so.
All right.
Let's see 'em.
Retro Life. A year ago, Billy and I were going to collab on a video. He was going to come on my show. I was looking through my DMs, saw us discussing it. I always regret not making it happen. And Purchase Blurs Thrift In. Rewatching Game Chasers makes me laugh at how cheap they were even back then. No one had money. Who else was saying it? Where is it? Someone was saying,
I was looking at some prices in those early videos, and that was like something was less than $100, and I was like, "Why didn't they buy that?" I can't remember what the game was.
Bonk's
Like,
Adventure
oh,
was
this
like
is a really
$80.
expensive game.
Maybe.
Right,
Right.
$80, right? I just watched that one, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Iowa Retro Gamer Dad said, I laugh when they went places and only brought like $20.
Right.
And only one of them brought money.
And they all
Yeah,
borrowed
have
from each
any
other.
money.
Right. It's like then
And
you gotta hit
right?
the
Actually,
ATM
that
or
was
something.
that's one of the comments that Billy made in one of the videos. He's like, he buys something and he's like, oh, I'm saving $1 here, I'm saving $1 here. He's like, who knows, maybe that'll buy me a burrito or something.
Right.
Like,
It's like more important than food.
it's great.
Aldo had a really good comment too. That recipe pulled out one up.
Was it his first one of his first ones? Let's see.
Yeah.
I started. Let me here. Hey, all, just want to say how one testament to Billy's influence is that even when the scene can feel toxic at times, the community as a whole has come together to grieve and celebrate his legacy.
Right. Doesn't matter who you are. We're all we're all humans, we're all people, we're all involved in this, and the feelings involved with it, right?
And Billy also, he was very outspoken too when it came to YouTube, and when the YouTube algorithms changed and all this other stuff. He used to have there's if you guys become a channel member on the Game Chasers page, you'll get a lot of videos of kind of updates from Billy, just kind of like in his car, and he talks about how YouTube changes algorithms, how sometimes maybe you're not seeing some of the videos, and he was very well informed about the ever changing YouTube algorithms and just the way they did things on YouTube, that it was always great to watch if you ever had any questions about anything. He was kind of like, I found him as kind of like the spokesperson whenever something changed and you needed some information on like what's going on with YouTube.
How many of you love the song, "Oh, it's Friday night, don't know what I'm
Right?
gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose or watch some brand new videos." I mean, like,
It's
that
so good.
song was so hilarious, and the electricity, and he's getting shocked. And
Right?
oh man, what a great memory!
I think the most iconic moment for me, and I laugh every single time I see it, is when Jay, maybe you could remind me of what he was talking about. And he's got the booger from hanging from his nose.
Hmm.
Do you remember that?
No,
Oh man, the Atari ST. Was it the Atari ST?
oh, I don't remember.
Oh, when he sang the Atari ST, that was a song too. The Atari ST song.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Christmas Robotica was another one. It was a Christmas song that he did. But yeah, there was oh my god, I got to remember. Somebody in the chat, please help me out. With the
All I see is I'm a floating
with the
head. All those little things he put in from like funny little things that he picked up from people saying like that he was filming. Man, that stuff was so funny, man.
Like, it's
And that-
ingenious too, right? And it, like, from
Right.
an editing standpoint, it's ingenious, some of the stuff
Oh yeah, it's
that
great.
they did. I mean, you look at I'm looking in the chat, we're talking about it. A lot of us have gone back to the very first episode and started
Yeah.
watching it, like,
Oh yeah,
all the way through again, right? You watch that first episode and you're like, wow, like, he came to the show with his game ready to go, right? Like,
go watch my
knew
first
exactly-
episode. What a joke!
watch mine. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
right.
Right? Like, he walked in and he
Out the
was
gate,
the
it was
big
already-
dog. Out the gate,
Oh, yeah.
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And like you said, some of the editing tricks he used, even back then, when, I mean, he wouldn't have had the same software. I think he had a background in that, I believe. But
Yeah, I think he went to school for film.
I mean, it's awesome. Like, it's so well done. Like,
Yeah.
from the very first episode all the way through, they're just such a great channel and such awesome.
And what's good too, like Dave shows, I mean, you could get them on DVD, the seasons,
Oh yeah,
because God
Yeah.
forbid something happens to YouTube or whatever, to get that physical media and still be able to go back and check. The covers on it are freaking
Oh
classic.
my
I
God.
know.
Right?
Well, what about this one? Do you guys have this one? The season 3?
I need to get more.
Do you guys have this
Yeah.
one?
No,
This one has a book. It has a Game Chasers Choose Your Own Adventure bonus disc.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing. And look, he even made, check this out. Like the genius. Look, he has a map.
Wow. They tried to put so much value into that, so people were getting way more than their money's worth.
It's incredible. And so yeah, it's a Choose Your Own Adventure disc. And even in this isn't the one. In season 4, they made a media disc with an entire comic and booklet. Like it's like a 20-page. It has all their top 20 like Nintendo games,
Wow.
Atari games. It has information on like all the seasons with the Action 52. Like Billy put all of this stuff together. He put so much detail into this. and then the artwork is just
right.
come on.
It shows the amount of pride he had in what he was doing.
100%.
Right?
It's inspiring. It's
Yeah, it is.
like and you know, like for the amount of people, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this, and it might be a hot topic, but he did get a lot of pushback from people because things took too long. But the amount of detail that went into this stuff made all of that waiting worth it. I know that I waited over a year. Now, I'm not one to complain. I just waited. I was like, I know he's going to produce something. I know he cares about his product, and he cared about the people that were investing in him. He just wanted everything to be perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have no fault. I have no argument with that whatsoever because it's all right here. And the amount of we talk about growth and the amount of growth he did everything on these. He put the all of the menus together. He put the casing, the design, like
Yeah.
I mean, sure he had help with his friends and everyone, but I mean,
Yeah.
this is his legacy.
Now let's hear a voicemail. I got a few to get through here. This is
Okay.
Joe Sheevy called in.
What's going on, guys? It's Joe here, otherwise known as DNick55, calling in to talk about Billy. Just going to give my story about my experience with Billy and the Game Chasers. I first discovered the Game Chasers not long after my dad passed away. Growing up, video games were something my dad and I shared, but after losing him, I kind of stopped playing for a little bit. And when the Nintendo Switch came out, I started looking up old games I used to play with my dad, and that's why I stumbled across the Game Chasers on YouTube. And at the time, I thought YouTube was just a spot for funny clips. I didn't know channels like this existed, but soon after watching Billy J and that crew, I instantly fell in love with what they were doing. It was just guys being themselves, laughing, hunting for games, being creative, living life to its fullest. And I binged every single episode I could find. And then after that, I got introduced to other people. Once I was over, I'm like, what other channels are out there? So that's when I opened the door to other creators. I found Wood and Rax the Gray and Russ, and eventually I met some of them in person. I made some real friends through this community. David Apuz and I talk regularly because of my friendship with Russ. I met David, and because of Billy and the Game Chasers, I met Russ. I even started my own YouTube channel, sharing my collecting journey. That in turn reconnected me with my other passion, sports card collecting, and introducing me to a whole group of people that I now consider family. Some of my closest friends I discovered through YouTube. And it all started because I found Game Chasers.
Yeah.
What always stood out was that it was never just about the chase. It was about the people, the friendships, and the joy they shared. You could see in every video, even though I never met Billy in person, we messaged a few times, and I didn't think I would get anything back, but someone with such a big following still, I think this story goes over a lot, still found time to message smaller creators because I think he remembered being that smaller creator, and those words meant a lot to me. And I recently actually received my copy of the Game Chasers movie signed, and now that feels even more special. I was able to get that, and I'll truly cherish it as a part of my collection. It's very hard. I'm trying to hold it together. You know, it's kind of weird that I've never met him and it had such an impact on me. That I can honestly say my life changed because of the Game Chasers, because of what he created with Jay, the friends I've made, the memories I've built. I can honestly say everything that, you know, my friendship group now traces back to discovering the Game Chasers channel. So I just want to say at the end, just I pray for his family, his friends, and this community because there's a lot of people hurting. The best way, I think, to honor Billy is to live the way he showed us, pursuing our passions, enjoying life, laughing with our friends, enjoying the little things, yes, even the fart jokes, which always made me laugh, and cherishing the people around us. I just want to say thank you, Billy. You'll never be forgotten. Love you all.
That was well said.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for calling
Yeah.
in.
Can we
That was
just
really
for a
well said.
second just jump back to my retro lives comment? You probably won't be able to pull it up, Russ, but I will read it. He wanted to thank us for doing this podcast. It's the first time he feels like he's been able to be with others and just be sad. We are all feeling this loss. I think that says a lot. And after listening to that voicemail,
Yeah.
and understanding that, we all, we're all grown men and women, and we're all facing this together. That, like you said, all of us didn't even know him. A lot of us know him through his videos, which kind of makes it so we did know him a little bit, right? He was a part of our lives, and it's okay to be sad. It might feel different. It might feel strange that you're sad at the loss of someone that you didn't know in person. But it's okay to feel that way. Like it's okay to have tears. It's okay to feel those emotions because we're all feeling it together. This community is all feeling that. So it's okay to be sad. It's okay to get choked up when you talk about Billy because he was an amazing guy and he affected probably every one of our lives.
I mean, we're all here. We're all here because of Billy, I think. I don't know that I would be here if I didn't see the Game Chasers.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't know any of you guys.
I think part of the loss also is just knowing that what's going to happen from here. We're not going to have Billy. We're not going to have everything that we came to love. And what got us all together. Where do we go from here? And I think it's the being scared of what's to come and where we go. Obviously he's bringing us all together, but yeah,
I think that's what it's going to be.
The unknown.
I think Billy's life affected so many of us. And I think Billy's passing will affect so many of us too, because I think it'll be maybe a call for us to be, as a community, to be together, to remind each other, you're doing a good job, to remind each other, you're awesome. I love you. Right? Like I love all you guys. You guys are, you said, Jay, I would have never met any of you guys. Wouldn't have you guys in my life every week. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and I want to say this too. I want to say we talked about when Billy passed, we saw a lot of videos coming out. And I thought about it and I was like, do I want to make a video? I probably have a lot to say. I have stories that I want to tell. And I decided not. And then as a group chat for the podcast, I tried to come up with some of the topics. And I was like, what do you guys want to talk about this week? And Keith, without a second passing, was like, Game Chasers. We talk about Game Chasers. And it made me think that, you know what, this is the way I think I personally wanted to do this, is surrounded by my friends. And not just me talking to a camera. Because we're all hurting. And I'm not one to make a video. Like, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not like, me and Billy had a casual relationship. We talked from now, here and there. We saw each other at conventions. We hung out every now and then when we saw each other. But being surrounded by the community and kind of going through this together, I felt was the most important thing. And I felt that this was the right way to do it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that is here, especially these three with me, because like Jay said, like Keith said, like Russ said, like we wouldn't be here if it weren't for them, or if it weren't for Billy. And I don't know. You guys take it, because I'm.
What do you have for any other voicemails, Russ?
Sure. Let's hear another one. We got Manny.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Manny from Manny's Arcade, and I just wanted to come on here and share a memory that I had of Billy. This was at SoCal Gaming Expo in Ontario, California in 2023, and it was actually my first time meeting Billy, man. Really cool guy, full of just life, dude. I mean, this guy was just a ball of energy. He was just such a cool dude, man. Took a minute to talk to him, and then for some reason, out of nowhere, he started doing a handstand against the wall, and then he started twerking while doing a handstand. It was the most insane thing I ever seen in my life, man. But oh my God, it was hilarious. We were busting up. It was a super random moment, and definitely something that I'm never gonna forget, man. So rest in peace, Billy, and keep up the great work, guys. Keep it retro.
Heck yeah.
Like I could hear it in Manny's voice, I know Manny, and I've talked to Manny, and I could hear it in his voice right there that, that story meant something. He was somber,
Yeah.
which Billy meant something to everybody that he touched through his videos.
And speaking about a ball of energy, how about Manny?
Oh, Manny is a ball of energy. I love Manny.
Manny's great.
I got one more from my local buddy Carl in Connecticut here. We just hung out past Saturday. So he wanted to call into the show.
Hey, this is Carl. Just calling in to share, well, Billy's impact on my life. Well, I've been collecting video games probably since, I would say, the beginning of high school, maybe late middle school. So I've been in the scene for quite a while. And
we get cut off.
YouTube landscape and everything. So I've been around since, well, pretty much the beginning. I've been subscribed, and just watching him and Jay over the years, finding these wonderful treasures that we can all just, be happy together. It's a lot. He, in general, just his mindset, the way he was, people, and, when he would find these video games that were so dear to him, it made me a better person watching his videos, being there every step of the way. I didn't physically meet Billy, but the community that I'm a part of, living in Connecticut, very, very good community. It's a wonderful community to be a part of, and I might have not physically known Billy, but I know in my heart that he is a good person. Still a good person, even if he's not with us anymore. And I just wanted to just put it out there that he made my life better. Just watching his videos, watching the Game Chasers, watching him, Jay, everybody in that group down there just made my life better, made me a better collector and a better person. And I just want Billy to know that I love him. We all love him, and it's gonna be a lot different without him here. The Game Chasers, our community as a whole, it's just not going to be the same without his wonderful wisdom and his wonderful light. He left, but we love you, Billy, and we're gonna keep on game chasing. We're gonna keep that light lit for you.
Well said, Carl. Thanks so much for calling in.
And toy chasing.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Right.
There's also, I was gonna, when you were going off the random different channels and stuff, didn't they do ghost hunting as well?
Yeah.
There's a few ghost hunting episodes
so.
if you want to
there is.
get in for
That's
October. Dive into
Another
that.
video that was pretty good is Scott Squatches. He talks about them climbing a mountain at midnight looking for UFOs.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right up my alley.
Yeah,
It's
Scott
pretty
Squash put out a video. I think that was today as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been mentioning it in the chat. Game Chasers videos, they're therapy. You know, like you could just put them on and just get lost. And, you know, I watch them with, sometimes I'll watch them at night. Whenever there's a new episode out, I'm usually sitting in bed, and me and my wife watch them together. And you know, she puts, you know, we all have wives that, you know, put up with our collecting and our craziness of toy hunting and game hunting. And the one thing that I'll take from that too is we also learn a lot of new language from Billy, a lot of new words, things that, you know, the Chode Nation and yeah,
Where are you going with this?
so many just like off the beaten path things that we, you know, it's just wild. It's just wild the amount of
Influence that one person can have.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. And it's just
crazy.
years in the making, and it's repetitiveness as well, because I will say this. I don't know if you guys remember when this kind of came to my thought the other day. When Pixel Game Squad, when their videos ended up on Amazon.
Right.
Do you guys remember this?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yep.
My brother does not watch YouTube. He discovered the Pixel Game Squad videos through Amazon because it was a recommended series, and he started watching them. And then he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, have you ever seen these guys?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know those guys. Like, I've been friends with those guys for years." He's like, "Yeah, I've been watching them on Amazon." I was like, "Well, what do you think of them?" And my brother, again, he's not a toy collector. He's not a video game collector. He's a musician. He's a DJ. Like he's into music. He says to me, "It seems like there's a lot of inside jokes and I just don't get it." And I'm thinking to myself, and I thought about this the other day, is like, how much of that is from the influence also from Billy, where, like Jay said, you got the floating head, you know, you got what's wrong with these guys.
Yeah, I love that one.
You got, you know, the all right guy.
All right.
So many things. Yeah, Carl says Ricky, you know, from Pixel Game Squad. It's just like, so I feel like he also kind of set that tone, and now there's actually a couple of that have started
For my
tying
son.
into some of my videos. Yeah, and Retro Rick with for my son.
Oh,
You know,
sorry.
that kind of came to be a thing. And now my videos are starting to have some of those where I throw in a couple of things here and there. But that made me think of that, where it's okay to have these goofy videos with your friends, and the fact that we connect with that because it's so real. I think that when you talk about also the start of reality TV, I mean, you can go back to the Game Chasers as well, because it was just like a bunch of friends hanging out, going hunting together, having fart jokes, having inside jokes, and just having the time of their lives doing this stuff. And it made everybody excited, and just, I don't want to say replicate it, but just being inspired by that whole process. It's amazing.
Well,
It's so
there
so
was a
amazing.
comment earlier that mentioned it. It's
Yeah.
quite a ways back, I think, but it felt like watching their videos, it doesn't feel like they're talking to you, is what the comment said. It feels like you're hanging out with them. You're part of their crew,
Yes,
which I think they did
100%.
really, really well. You just put it on and watch it. You just felt like you were hanging out with the guys.
Yeah.
I think
Right?
that was another thing that was so awesome about Billy and Jay was they were so natural on camera. And if anybody has watched any of my early videos, that was not always the case for me. There was a lot of forced awkwardness, and they were just so comfortable, which is not easy to do.
Yeah.
Again, just two buddies hanging out, right? They were
Yeah.
just like, let's film this. Let's do this.
Oh, not that one. This one. Valley says, watching the Game Chasers just makes me feel good, even when I have a bad day.
Yeah.
Really miss Billy. Things won't be the same.
No.
I even liked it when Wood came over from Australia and started hanging out with them in some of those earlier episodes and seasons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
was so fun.
That's what I mean. Watching Game Chasers basically jump started so many other YouTubers' channels where maybe they had a channel but weren't getting the following. I mean, I've watched 8-Bit Eric through them. OK Chief 420 and watch his videos because he ended up on some Game Chaser videos. Just a bunch of other, like I said, Wood, and then he started his stuff, just kind of probably helping them out, showing them, I'm sure, plenty of like the back end stuff of YouTube and editing or filming, and like this is what you want to do to kind of draw people in. And I imagine his influence stretched to all that.
And it was through Billy, because Billy introduced us all to 8-Bit Eric. And then I remember our first time Russ and I came down to Siege, and we were hanging out at Jay's house, and 8-Bit Eric just sat with Russ and just talked about YouTube and how to do things in the back end and helping the community, even though, like, you know, so like we were just all there for each other. And so that wouldn't have been made possible because I think it was
Jay showed up too.
Jay, yeah, I think it was Jay.
Yeah,
and
Jay was
Eric
up here in
there.
my closet playing freaking Contra with Mega Dan 29.
Yeah,
it's like amazing.
Like he just showed up randomly. Like we went back to Jay's, and then we're like,
yeah.
"Oh,
I mean,
okay."
like,
Everyone else
that was a trip for me. I mean, Billy wasn't here for that, unfortunately, but just having like Jay and Eric, who I'd met several years before, which is all on video as well on my channel, and they're in my tiny little closet, which a few of you guys have been in, just playing games. So weird.
And that's where I also met, and I don't know about Russ, but that's where also we met Pac-Man Case. He was hanging out at your house as well. It's just, and we go back to it, the circle of just like the reach. It's just, that's what gets me the most is the reach. That I'm going to be honest with you guys, you know, before I lost my dad last year, I would tell my wife all the time, because my wife has this circle of friends, right? And I never really had like close friends that I could just call on and that I would see on a regular basis or talk to in a group chat or whatever. And then once my dad had passed, a lot of people, you know, like we talk, you know, it's kind of like we form our own little crews, right? Like, and look, Jay, it's I respect you so much, because like I hate that you're not here with us every week on the podcast, but it is because of you that I'm here. Same. And and same thing with Keith, and I tell Russ all the time after losing my dad, this is what got me through it. And then I got a group of friends that took me to Chicago to go toy hunting. And if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be doing this YouTube thing. And I would be totally lost this year. And so it's the impact that's just
The reach that he had.
it's why I'm here right now and why I'm putting out videos and I'm having the time of my life doing it.
And you're doing amazing work, David. I
Very,
love it.
very well. Yes.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing. These guys tell me I'm doing something right, but I'm having fun and it's been a distraction. Sorry, guys.
No, I'm glad you guys are all here to pick up the torch, man. I felt bad leaving Russ, but at the same time, I was also kind of dragging Russ down, and we both knew it. Russ said, "You're kind of stressing me out, Jay." And so we had to have a come to God moment. And I was like, "I love you, Russ. I got to step back." And then so he took a month to figure it out, and you guys have made it incredible. What you guys have done with the weekly Warp Pipe is amazing. I know this isn't about us, and it's about Billy, but just saying.
No. But it stems from Billy, and it stems this we are here right now because of the road that Billy has paved the way for all of us.
Rob Retro Hunter says the impact he had rippled through all of the community and is still making impacts today. Absolutely.
It's
Man.
There's a lot, right? There's a lot to unpack with all of this when you lose a cornerstone and a legend.
Yeah.
In a community.
I do want to talk about I do have a couple things on my list that I do want to bring up. And one of them, we talked a little bit about it, was the Game Chasers movie. We mentioned that it was Billy's proudest moment. It's great. It's so fun. It has a great cast of characters in there. If you guys didn't pick up a Blu-ray, please do pick one up. Order one immediately. We talk about community a lot, and I know if some of you guys have not watched Chief's video, I'm going to mention something that was in his video that really meant a lot. And it's a good story about community, is that I didn't know this, but Chief mentioned how they ran out of hard drives, and they said, "Well, we don't have any money." Billy said, "I don't have any money to get any more hard drives," and Chief and Eric got together, and I guess they were going to get paid like $500 a piece, for doing the movie. And they selflessly just said, take the money that you're paying us, buy the hard drives, and let's finish this thing. And that's huge. Because you can't put a price in what Chief said. These are Chief's words, not mine. You can't put a price on the experience with your friends, being able to do this with your friends, being able to do something for your friends.
Yeah.
Having that time. And that's why sometimes, like, even in my own business, I don't know if a lot of you know, but I've been self-employed for 20 plus years. But there's a lot of times where I take a huge pay cut just because, like, it's the right thing to do, because you're looking out for the people that are hiring you. And you want to be able to make an impact in their lives and be there for them. So I think that's something to mention, is that he got all the support from his friends, and this movie is because of all of the relationships that he built, all of the just everything that went into this, and having his friends surround him and him making his movie. I'm sad to know that he's not going to make another movie, but this was everything to him. So guys, if you want to please support the family and buy a DVD or a Blu-ray, whatever they have. I don't know what they have.
VHS.
You can get a VHS. As a matter of fact, he has VHSs that come in. This is talking about attention to detail. This is like the slip cover, but
Yeah.
ever since this one came out, he now makes one that is in a Blockbuster rental case.
Wow.
Cool.
So
That's classic.
I don't know if they still have the Whatnot store up or where you can buy them, but if we do find that, we'll put it in the description.
When I got it the other day, I was just on the Game Chasers website.
On the Game Chasers website. So that's where we buy it.
Well, there's 48 people in here. If you don't have it, go over there and help them out.
And it was
right?
good. No, legit, that movie made me cry.
Yeah.
Good story. I mean, it hits home if you're a retro game collector for sure. You don't have to essentially watch the Game Chasers to enjoy the movie. That's what they were trying to go for. Like anyone can check this movie out and enjoy it.
Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that there is no GoFundMe that they have set up. So if you see a GoFundMe, it is not for them. It's not currently active at the, as the time that we're talking about this right now. But the best thing that you guys can do for the family, if you don't go out and buy a Blu-ray or a DVD or a VHS or anything like that, just binge watch the videos.
Yes.
They're getting monetized. Have it on in the background. Watch those commercials. Let them play through. Like, that's the best thing that you can possibly do to help the family. One thing that I do want to also, actually, before we get into that, Russ, is there any?
We did get a voicemail, so you guys can call into the show now. Since we are live, I can upload the voicemails. I'll leave this up here. The phone number is 949-682-9277. 949-682-WARP. You can leave a voicemail. Obviously, don't swear. We're family friendly here on the Weekly Warp Pipe. We got one from Retro Gamer Dad. We'll hear from right now.
What's up, Chodes? Hey, this is Zach, a.k.a. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad. I just wanted to call because obviously I'm watching the podcast right now. Just want to talk about my love for Billy and all things game chasing. That's just the way game chasing go. I originally discovered the channel while watching Pixel Game Squad, and I remember them getting called basically the Disney Game Chaser, so obviously I had to be like, okay, what do they mean by that? So I remember when I discovered Game Chasers at first, I was a little thrown off by it. I didn't know what to expect, but I loved the American Pickler style show. So then I had to go back and, binge the whole thing. I really loved Billy and Jay's back and forth, also Melvor and everything that had to do with it. And what I really loved about the show is it made me feel like I was part of the crew and I was on the adventures with them. Whether it be going to a flea market with only 10, 15 bucks trying to buy games, or sitting in the car trying to figure out how we were going to get food and farting it up, and I was having to roll the windows down. So I just really want to thank them in general for the entertainment over the years. And yeah, it's really sad. I really enjoyed Billy, and it's hard to see him go. So yeah. See you guys later. Stay retro, my friends.
Well said.
Yeah. Bryce just asked, where can we buy the Blu-ray? So you can buy them at the Game Chasers website. So I didn't realize that they had a website. Is it an actual website, Jay?
I mean, I just went to this like 3 days ago, and but I'm pretty sure, like, if you want to try to pull it up, Russ, I don't know if you're able to do that.
Oh yeah. You want me to do that? Sure. Multitasking.
Also, I just want to throw it out there that I do have a do yourself a favor for tonight at some point. I don't know how it's going to hit you guys, but I got one for you.
Okay.
It's definitely in.
Do we want to do it towards the end?
Yeah, it probably needs to be at the end.
Okay. All right.
Okay, here we go. This.
James mentions about Billy having fun with Keeb, the joking gamer, as well. So this is their website?
Yeah, yep. This is the website, Game Chasers.
Okay.
Here.
So what is the URL for that?
thegamechasers.com.
Okay. Let's throw that up in the chat just so everyone has it. I'll do that for you guys.
So they have sold out of the VHS currently. You could get the
Okay.
Blu-ray, $26.
Yep. That's what
You
I
Okay.
can
did.
pre-order all the that one sold out for all the Blu-rays.
Okay.
But who
Buy a
knows
shirt.
if
They
some
got
of the stuff will
shirts.
be maybe restocked. But yeah, t-shirts you can grab, or like you said, get the movie here. And if you did want to watch it, it is on Tubi as well.
Okay.
But
No, all the Blu-rays you can buy all of them for $150, but it's sold out. Dang.
yeah, so I don't know if they'll produce more, or maybe
I
they
do
have
know
some
that
back stock somewhere.
they had reprints at Southeast Game Exchange, so
Man, I
hopefully some of
regret
those will
not
be
getting
up
a
there.
couple of those.
Yeah.
I will say the one they reissued, I don't know what season it was, but they did the cover like the Gremlins poster,
Oh, okay.
where I think there was like a Nintendo or something coming out of the box instead of like the Mogwai.
For
which
one of the
was which was
DVDs.
yeah, which was one of the nice touches. Oh, it won't let you. Oh, so Rack says he tried to buy a Blu-ray and it won't let him.
Mhm.
Oh, but Rack says you can also get a digital version on Amazon.
Oh,
So
there
if you
you
guys
go.
want to support the family that way, you can purchase it from Amazon, and then you have it.
Nice.
Oh, Austin's here. So Austin,
We got to
thanks
get
for-
Rax to
for
Siege,
coming.
Austin, at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah. So like I was saying, there's currently no GoFundMe for the family. So please go watch all the videos, binge watch them, put them on in the background. You know, they're probably great for your pets to watch when you leave the house. So just leave them on the TV when you leave the house. All right. So do we have any other comments? We want to.
I got a voicemail. I think Tyler called in.
Okay.
There's two, so I think he got cut off. So I'm gonna download
Okay.
both of them. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Get this guy, and I'll add him into the show here. And again, if you guys more than welcome to call into the show and leave your voicemail, we'll play it on here.
And
Just,
thank you guys for
be
being here.
respectful.
Like this is, yeah, I'm just so
Yeah.
happy that people are here to
Yeah.
hang with us.
Shout out to Lopez, drummer, for being in here and being a mod for us tonight, and just
Yeah.
keep an eye on everything for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll get this going, and we'll see how this goes.
What's up, Chodes? Hey, this is Zach,
Nope.
aka Iowa Rich.
Oh,
Oh.
play that one.
That
We've
was
been
the one.
showed it once already.
I was like, is everyone using it?
It's live, guys.
Is this the same one here? It's hard to see which ones are the downloaded ones. All right, hang on. Go down again.
Oh, did Tyler call?
Tyler, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if this.
Amazing.
It's
We
okay,
talked
Tyler.
along.
We're happy that you called in. So we're getting that
Absolutely.
queued up.
All right, we're gonna go
I'm
with
so
this one
glad
here.
all of you guys are here.
I hope to meet Tyler one day. I haven't met Tyler. We're friends on Facebook, but we haven't met in person.
I'm thankful to have met him.
I will be going to Arkansas for Retrofest. So if anybody's going to Retrofest, come give me a hug, please, because we're all going to need it.
Right?
D-Nick, you did not talk too long. Your voicemail was perfect.
Absolutely.
Just trying to get this to download correctly.
Oh, that's okay. Who's going to Retrofest? We got Austin going. Bryce is going. That's great. Sweet.
I
Oh,
will not
Bryce is
be-
a guest there.
Nice,
Ooh.
Bryce.
That's awesome. I won't be able to make it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there in spirit. I just can't
Yeah.
lift all Rick's tables and put them away this year for him.
You know, funny story, and I'm not trying to get sidetracked or anything, but my mom called me this week, and for those of you who don't know, ever since I started doing YouTube videos, my mom has started doing some deep dive on videos, and now she watches all of Retro Rick's. And she called me today to let me know that she saw Keith in Rick's latest video, because Rick posted a video about last year's,
All right,
and
right.
and Keith is carrying some of the poles that had to get set up.
Yeah.
So she was very excited to see Keith in Retro Rick's video.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How's it going there, Russ?
More.
Iowa Retro Gamer Dad just became a new channel member. Thank you, Iowa
Mort
Retro
is
Gamer
in the
Dad.
house.
Mort.
Hello, Mort.
Doop doop doop.
Doop doop doop.
We're getting set up
We're getting
here.
we're getting some voicemails
Maybe.
up here.
I'm trying.
Maybe.
I'll get it working. You guys carry the
All right,
show, and
does
I'll
anyone
believe
else
in
have
you,
any-
Russ.
I
anything?
believe in you, Russ.
Okay,
Any
so
other-
let's go look at some of these comments here. Let's see. Guys, leave your comments in here so we can share them with everyone. Here's one. We got the Looney Gamer. Gremlins, love Gremlins. I see that Jay has Gremlins in the background in honor of
background.
Billy as well.
That's right.
Gremlins
Just for you,
2,
Billy.
the
I
NES
just
game.
pulled that one out today.
That's great. Let's see who else we got here. So Rax the Great, he says that he has the digital version of the Adventures in Game Chasing movie through Amazon. So if you guys cannot get through to the website to order one, you can order the digital copy through Amazon. So go ahead and do that.
Retro Dave, okay, this stream will be uploaded to the channel. It should pop up after we're done here.
Where is that? Right here. Yep. So as a matter of fact, I think we're gonna post it immediately.
Once this ends, it will just process and then it'll be available on the channel, so you won't have to wait till Saturday. I'm not going to re-upload it, so you'll just get it as is.
Great.
I was just thinking about some of the videos that I've watched in the last week of theirs that are like, those guys have such a cool friendship to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. Like, all the fart jokes, all the laughing, everything those two, the group of them do, right?
The one I saw last night was the one where they bought the Tigger costume for like what, $5 or $10, and then Jay's just bouncing around town wearing this Tigger outfit, and apparently all these girls were coming up to him, and they're like, "Of course, we try to make him feel like a complete jerk, and then he gets hit on by everybody."
Totally opposite.
And then there was the one with can we talk about Billy's drawings?
Oh, they're amazing.
They are.
And there's Billy's drawings in this Blu-ray as well. Like he has some of his drawings.
I always loved it when he put some drawings in his videos, like with like aliens came and got him or something. Silly.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't
right here. Like there's a whole.
This is what happened.
There's a whole thing of his drawings. I mean, come on, Jay.
It's like something you see on like Adult Swim or something.
Oh, for sure.
It's so great.
I love it.
All right, I got this situated. We can hear Tyler's voicemails.
All right,
So
go ahead.
Appreciate that. I don't know what it was doing. All right, here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Hey guys, this is Tyler with My Retro Life, and I just again want to say thanks for doing this podcast. It's awesome just being in this environment, in this space with a bunch of other fans of Billy's, friends of Billy's, just celebrating his life, his legacy. It's crazy for me to even say that. Still kind of surreal. I just saw Billy a few months ago at Retropalooza here in Houston, and it's still very real and sad for so many of us. And I just want to maybe share a story. I don't know if I'm going to be making a video tribute for my retro life. I haven't really felt like I have the right words, maybe, or even like some of you guys have expressed, like sometimes you kind of feel like, oh, well, maybe I wasn't close enough, or, is it even my place to say something? I will say that, Billy and I knew each other for many, many years, not as, close friends, but, definitely friends, who saw each other, and I know that we respected each other's work and what we did in the retro community, and I had some really wonderful conversations with him over the years. Billy was very inspiring to me, when I saw the premiere or one of the screenings of the Game Chasers movie at the SoCal Gaming Expo back in, I think, 2022, maybe 2023, I was just floored by his film and what the guys had done. And of course, being here in Texas, and knowing all those guys, throughout the years, Chief, Eric, Jay, at Retropalooza, I'm there every year, and I'm there usually at the Dallas one and the Houston one, and, they, in a lot of ways, and I'm sure a lot of you feel this way too, they've always felt like extended family. I mean, yeah, I'm closer with Billy and those guys and y'all, even some of y'all, than I am my own family and some of my family, And I think that's what we're all feeling here, guys. Thank you for letting me just kind of talk this out. I wanted to share something about Billy. I wanted to share about seeing that. I was talking too long. I realized I need to not talk so long, but I do want to quickly share what I wanted to share about that story. This is Tyler again from my retro life. And Billy screened the film with a bunch of others watching, tons of people, an entire room in attendance at the SoCal Gaming Expo. And everybody was blown away. It's such a great movie. And they asked people to hang around and talk afterwards, and I did. I hung around to the very end, and I told Billy, I said, man, what you've done here is something incredible. You've accomplished something that very few people can actually accomplish and have accomplished, and you should be very proud of this work. This is an incredible piece of work. I loved it. And I'm being completely honest with you. I'm not just saying this to be nice to you or anything. I truly loved this film. I thought it was great. It's such a love letter, and it's family friendly. I could show my kids. It's something so different from the actual Game Chasers show, and it's a narrative film, like in the best sense, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but with the Game Chasers. It's just so good, and we had a really great talk, and we had lots of great talks, face to face, heart to heart, about filmmaking and our careers. And I love you, Billy. I never got to tell you that in person, and I wanted there to be so many more times. But thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this. This is just kind of me getting this out. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks.
Man, thank you, Tyler, for being here.
Yeah,
and I think that
absolutely.
that's really
Thank you.
important to say, is like, we wanted to do this not for ourselves. Like, we wanted to do this with all of you guys, because I couldn't think of another way for a lot of people that aren't even on YouTube, and the people that don't get, I don't know how far our reach is.
Right.
But if it was just like the littlest pin of just putting something out there that we could bring you guys in and have a place for you guys to say what you want to say and leave comments or anything. Just like I was saying before, like I didn't want to do a video myself. I think that this is a community thing that needed to be done. We do have some comments. I did mark some more comments. I don't know where we left off, so I apologize.
Up top, Dave, you could hit starred if you starred them, and then it just shows all the
Yeah,
comments.
I see that. So we got, I think we didn't show this one. If you guys want to read it, go ahead. I'll just click on them.
Sure. Billy was a real one. I didn't know him personally, but when I had to move from Florida to Connecticut, my Blu-ray was sent back to his P.O. box, and he reached out to me via email to get the new address. That's another bald nerd, which we just met at Retro World Expo.
That's right. And then we got another one here.
Game Pain. Billy isn't gone forever. Billy is waiting for us. in heaven. Billy doesn't want us to cry. He would want us to celebrate his life instead. Peace and love.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We're here for Billy tonight.
James, I really love the cartoons he would make.
They're
They're
so
so
good.
good. So good. Let's see what else we got here.
Iowa Retro Gamer Dad. LOL. His spelling too. All his misspells in his game descriptions and stuff. I feel you with that. I
Yeah.
literally had to fix the title. To
I
this.
had to message Russ about a half an hour before the stream. And I'm like, Russ, can you please check the spelling in the title of this video? Because it was like celebrating.
Celebrating.
That was Billy touching
That was so good. It was so
Should have left it.
right there, right?
should have left it. And we got Pulse of Positivity.
What's up, Bill? Read in the chat. There are so many awesome people in here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Bill.
So good. The one thing that we mentioned about the misspelling too is like there was one episode where Norm called him out. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Norm was talking about how he watches the Game Chasers videos with his wife, and he knows information about games, but his wife doesn't, and his wife is genuinely interested in like when Billy would put up descriptions of games, and Billy put like Super Bowling, and it's like, this is a bowling game, you bowl. And so like that's all he put for the description. And it was like his wife doesn't know about the game, so like he wants to know more about him, and that's all he put for the bowling game. So like stuff
The
like
bowling
that.
game, you bowl.
You
like,
bowl.
even just that, like so creative and so well thought out in the videos, right? Like the editing,
Right.
adding that,
Right.
like, well, I love the little cut over to it, and it's like it's got the music in the background, and it shows the game, and it's got the little thing, and then cuts
Yeah.
back to what they're doing, right? Like, just really, really, really well done.
Fantastic.
You definitely had a vision for the show.
Absolutely,
And that's why there was
all
such
the same
a
all the way
space.
through too.
Yeah, and there was such a space in between videos too, right? Like because he put so much time and effort into all of this stuff. So
yeah,
it's just wild. Do we have another voicemail?
We do. We got a new voicemail here.
Okay.
Russ, this is Patreon of yours. Nobody else here would know me. I'm one of the 10 people that you put on your Nintendo Play Choice. 10.
Oh, nice.
We're also in the chat together. I'm sure you might know. If not, it's Matt H. I met you originally, and at the time I didn't know who you were, 2018 in Too Many Games, and that was perhaps one of the best times I've ever had because I was able to spend 3 days with Billy, Jay, Wood, RGT, Spawnwave, and God knows who else, Justin Silver, the whole bunch of
whole crew.
media guys. They let me stay in the booth, and I just sat and enjoyed talking to them and helping them where I could and just, spending the time. I didn't even see the rest of the convention. And I got pictures with everybody except for you, Russ, and I'm sorry because I didn't know you at the time at all. I did know Rax, and then vicariously through everybody, it became very quick to become one of your fans and Patreon early on, actually. And I'll never forget that time I spent with all of them, including Billy. And Billy never forgot that, and we've stayed friends ever since and talked one-on-one all the time. Not as super close friends, but still as somebody that he made time for me.
Mm.
And he knew who I was, and he, gave me a lot of good advice and was one of the first to give me advice when I started my YouTube channel in February. So he was one of the best and will be missed.
It's just incredible.
Oh.
Like it's incredible the amount of time that Billy also took out for everybody, either starting into YouTube or just lending his voice and answering questions. And then it's just crazy, like being as large of a channel as they are, and I'm sure the popularity of like getting messages, and it may not have been right away, but like he got back to everybody, and to just hear that now, like I didn't know that he reached out to pretty much everybody. Like it's wild.
Also, I want to say thank you so much, Matt, for being a Patreon for so long and calling into the show. Yes, my play choice is right over here.
Yeah.
Your name is still on the play choice. Hopefully, I'll finish building that sometime. But going to conventions, sometimes it's about hanging with the people and not walking around on the floor. Like,
Right.
It is.
just that experience. Like,
That's part of this, right? Like we're
seeing
all
the
here
people,
together.
because we're God knows how far apart, and the United States keeps in Canada, and we got to hang out and have some fun at conventions. And sometimes those are the more memories, other than you finding a game for a deal or this and that. It's like, hey, I got to meet these cool people I've been watching on YouTube or chatting with for a year, and then finally got to see in real life.
Like really, in the end, like all these pieces of plastic that I've collected over the last 2 years. I have like 80 games left on the Nintendo, and not a one of them. Well, some of them mean things because they're from people, but those are the ones that mean things. It's the interactions. It's this. It's getting to talk to all you guys and be a part of this community. And like you said, Russ, hanging out with people at the convention, sitting at a booth and hanging out with a guy. That's what it's all about. It's not about the plastic game. It's about the people. And I think it sounds like that's what Billy understood. He's reaching out to everybody and talking to everybody. It's about everybody.
Oh, it looks like we got a couple of more comments here too.
Riff's here.
Riff's here as well. My retro life. Go ahead, Russ.
Billy was a larger than life human being. Talking with him over the years, you really got a sense of how passionate he was, not just for retro gaming, but for his friends, his fans, and for life.
And then we got another one from Dusty here.
Dusty, love all of you. You bring a window of life some of us aren't able to have anymore. Even those who don't know me, I watch.
Like, I mean, Riff's here now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be friends with those guys or you guys, like I said earlier, without Billy and the Game Chasers, because I wouldn't have followed that path. I wouldn't be sitting here. None of this would have happened.
Right.
So those connections are worth so much to me, and those friendships. And it's all because I watched a Pixel Game Squad video and I was like, that would be cool to do. Or sorry, Game Chasers. I watched Pixel Game Squad too. The Game Chasers video, that'd be cool to do. Right.
And I will say it was around the same time when I was watching Game Chasers, when I started watching Retro Liberty.
Yeah, shortly thereafter for me too.
And same story with when my wife was in the hospital and Aaron was there. And I reached out to Aaron in the same way. And so, that whole community is there for you guys. And one thing I want to say, because I know I say that a lot, I should make a shirt that says one thing I want to say. Like that should be like a,
you should. You absolutely should. Or just one more thing.
Just one more thing. Keith mentioned this earlier, so I'm going back to this. But Keith, I'm sorry, Keith. I mean, Keith seemed to kind of regret not making it, going to approach Billy, right, and kind of talking to him and everything like that. I'm here to tell you guys, like, we're all regular people. We're all, if we're not doing this YouTube thing, then we're watching YouTube. We know people through YouTube. We met people through YouTube. We've become friends through YouTube. There is not one person out there that's either in this chat or out there at a convention or just in passing that has a similar interest as you. We're all a community.
Yeah.
Go talk to them.
Absolutely.
I can tell you honestly, the one thing that got me was being at Siege and being a guest with these guys. The amount of people that came up and listened to the show, or were inspired in any way from us, we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Billy. And that's inspiring in itself too, is that like the path. We go back to it all the time. But don't be afraid to speak up and say hello, because we all, trust me, I want to meet all of you guys. I'm sure, Russ, Keith, Jay, like we all want to meet you guys. We like, do not be afraid.
I want to hold you guys.
In the end, yeah. So please, guys, like if you see us at a show, if you even want to just send us a message, do it.
Absolutely.
We're all here. And if it weren't for the people that were reaching out to us, like D-Nick, Joe Sheevy, J Love, Bryce, Rax, like I met all of you guys through this community, and it's not because I said anything, but because you guys approached us or me or Russ or Keith or Jay. So I'm sorry, I'm going to steal it, Jay. Do yourself a favor and say something, and
do us a favor and
do
say
us
something.
a favor. Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Because we want to meet everybody, right?
Yeah.
That was something so I brought my buddy Ryan to Siege with us. This is on topic, off topic. He's been watching YouTube forever. He's watched everybody's channels. He knows everybody. Seeing him in the conversation we had after, he was nervous to go. We got there, we got to Siege right away. We're meeting people. He's meeting RG Gamer right away. Car ride, and he told me after that it was such a fun time because the community is so accepting. Like, everybody in this community just wants you to be a part of it. Like, I feel like there's always outliers, but everyone kind of just wants to talk about the nerdy things that we all love, which is amazing. It's so inclusive. And that's like, if you need to talk to somebody, if you want to talk to somebody, say hi. Don't be afraid to do it, because they're into the same things you are. We're all here for all this stuff, and that is amazing, right? So it is a very inclusive community, and we all need to make sure that we do what Billy was doing and take the time for each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Southeast Game Exchange.
Well said.
Love this community. It's one of the best.
Absolutely.
We don't mourn Billy. We celebrate.
Right.
Here's a good one.
Well,
Ultra Munches says the thing Billy would do, like a twitchy head and say something like, "We found some Atari." Always cracks me up.
It's just like Billy and Jay both, just even Melvor, and Timmy,
the Dongo,
all the cast of characters, even Rob, because Rob's been in a lot of the things. I will say one of the funniest things that, and this is a testament to Billy being a genius, is a lot of us, I'm a perfectionist in more ways than not, right? I'm always trying to YouTube has been really great for me in a sense that I've started to release some of that. And if you watch some of my earlier videos, which are only 5 months old, so they're not really early, but like 5 months ago compared to now, you'll see like I've gotten not a little lax on it, but I've also gotten a little bit more, because I'm putting out a video every single week. So like I can't, with having a family and all that other stuff, you got to make sacrifices somewhere. And I'm learning a lot of this as I go along. And that's the thing about putting out weekly videos. Like, you have to do that, right? You have to make sacrifices somewhere. But when it comes to being a perfectionist, if it were me, like the thing that Billy did that's genius is he leaves in those imperfect moments and it makes it a part of the show. All of the catchphrases, all of the one-liners, all of the little moments that we remember and cherish and watch over and over again. And we can, like watching a movie, we can recite the Game Chasers episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He left those in. And we get to this whole cast of characters, and he has built this world of well, let's mute Jay for a second because Jay's stepping out for a second. We do all of these things. And like I was watching an episode the other day, and Chief was in it, and I had to message Chief about it because it was so funny. There was an episode recently where they were doing kind of like this sidewalk sale, and Chief was set up at a game store, and they were buying Transformers from him. And I think they bought, Billy bought a sun visor for his car, and they, Chief is giving them good deals and everything like that. And Chief's like, says in the video, and it's very smart that Billy put this in there. He's like, yeah, don't think I'm giving out all these deals. Like he says, I gotta bleed with you first. And I nearly lost it, like when he said that. And so it's just like these little cast of characters that, they're making these moments in these videos, and they just stand out. So when you meet them in person, you already know them. You're already friends with them. Sorry, Jay. I had to mute you for a second because we heard all of the ruckus going around when you left. Jay can't hear us.
He's probably even muted.
What is this here? Another bald nerd. I grew up in Grand Prairie and Arlington, and can't help but wonder how many times I may have rented movies at the games from the Blockbuster that they worked
their
at.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. Because I believe that's how also they know Rob. If I'm not mistaken, Billy worked with Rob, and then Jay started working there, and then that's how they all became friends.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We got the Chicago K9. Hey, everyone. Just want to send my prayers and condolences to you and all the Retro Familia and Billy's family. Thank you to all. God bless. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, guys, feel free to share some stories we can showcase. And we're doing call-ins. You can leave a voicemail. It's a 3-minute time limit when you're leaving one. Just know that. But you can call into the show 949-682-9277. I think I put it in the chat. It might be in the description as well. I'll keep checking if there's any updates on that. But
do you guys have any? Because I know that I have like favorite seasons that I kind of always go back to. Do you guys ever? Because they have playlists on their YouTube channel. Are there any like playlists of certain seasons that you guys kind of facilitate towards, or do you always start from the beginning? And in the chat too, like let us know, what you guys gravitate towards. I know for me, I usually start things around like season 4, and that's the first episode is when they get the car broken into. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, they get the car broken into, and then it's like a whole season. Like Alpha Omega Sin, I think, is with them, or no, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan and Alpha Omega Sin is with them.
Oh, Melvor.
And Melvor, and they get the car broken into.
Melvor's
here.
Hey, Melvor.
Oh my God, Melvor! Thank you for being here.
Says, thank you for this tribute. We all have extremely divergent personalities, and I'm realizing now Billy was the glue that kept us all together. It's all still too raw for me, but thank you for this.
Melvor, thank you for being here. Like that means the absolute world to us.
100%.
And we're all
I know
here for you too, right? Like this whole community is feeling this. So
we're grateful for everything that Melvor does too, because Melvor,
absolutely.
Oh my God, we've been friends on Facebook for a while. I have not been able to meet Melvor in person, but Melvor saw my picture today of the first time I met Billy with Alpha Omega Sin and Norm, and he left a comment on it, and it means the world to me that you guys are seeing everybody's tributes. Melvor, since you just got here, I'll say this. We were thinking about doing maybe like individual tributes, but we wanted to do this as a community for everybody, because there's a lot of people that maybe feel like they don't have a place to voice how they feel. So even though we're a small channel, we wanted to do whatever we could for any part of the community to voice their opinion or voice their thoughts and memories of Billy and you guys. So
Absolutely.
thank you for being here.
A very beautiful evening with a lot of really amazing people. So I feel very blessed to have everyone that's shown up in the chat. This has been amazing. It's a lot to take in what this community really is.
And we're literally just talking about the episode where, they got things stolen from them, and Melvor got gifted a 3DS, a Yoshi one, and Billy puts it down his pants.
Of course.
It's great. Like, it's just, I'm so grateful for all of you guys and everything you guys do. What is, we got another, we got another one here. Thanks everyone for this amazing tribute to Billy. First met him in 2015 at Too Many Games. He was first assigned my NES Sesame. Was it a Sesame Street card?
Yeah.
Russ and Dave also signed it. Oh,
how about that?
Whoa. Wow.
You got to send us a picture of that.
That's pretty wild. I would love to see that. Do you still have that? That's crazy. Man.
That's cool.
And then Shorty's Toy Box, who Shorty I met in Chicago on the Chicago trip. And they also have a podcast as well. I wish I had the opportunity to meet Billy. I could tell from everyone that he was an amazing human and a badass friend. That he is. And then Mike, love being here for each other. Greatest community to be a part of it all. Excuse me. I'm sorry if this is also going late, but the other thing that makes it exciting too is to see some of you guys that are popping in and out.
Yeah.
The fact that Aaron popped in, Melvor, Tyler.
Yeah.
Rob, Mort, a lot of people that we also, the whole community looks up to as well, and to be here for this reason is incredible. We will be keeping this live. Well, not live, but we will have it up.
It's going to be up on the channel.
The weekly War Pipe, and we'll keep it up there for you guys. And like I said, any monetization from this will go to Billy and the family. We mean that sincerely. I'm in contact with Jay. And I will make sure that we get this over to him. No, whether it's $20 or $100 or whatever the case may be. Like I said, we're small YouTubers. We don't know how much it would give, but any little bit helps. So
absolutely.
I never really took a chance on bundling, especially games and sports cards, until I watched Billy more and more. So. That's another thing we took from them, right? Of how to bundle, how to negotiate.
Yep.
What's the worst that somebody's going to say? They're going to say no, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't even know what Little Samson was, or Surprise Dinosaur Peak for that matter, until I watched the game. Right. I didn't know. I felt like I was learning. I felt like I was learning about Nintendo games by drinking through a fire hose watching that show. Like I knew nothing. For all I knew, there was always like 100 NES games. I didn't know. I had no idea there was like over 600 or whatever the number is. But I feel like I was just like learning so much. That's the other thing they taught us. Like they taught me so many things.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's crazy. There was another one here. Oh, yep. Shady J, never pay full price.
Right.
Let me see here. I'm trying to go back, guys. I'm sorry about this. Russ, I do have a question for you. Actually, when we do post this, is there a way to keep the comments? To keep I think there might have been like a check mark or something.
Like the live chat.
Yeah. Is there a way to keep that in there?
I'll check on the back end to see if that goes.
Okay.
Normally, guys, we don't do live streams. Our podcast is record it and then upload it Saturdays as an edited format with lots of different segments. This is just something special we're doing to honor Billy. We thought it'd be great to do a live stream. This way we can interact with you. You guys could see that we're recording live. Call into the show if you wish, or leave comments that we can hear your stories and everything. But normally the podcast airs Saturdays at 9 a.m. And you'll be able to listen on Spotify as well. So I'll upload the audio version for Saturday, but this will just be kept as is. So if you're coming in late and you want to rewatch it, once it processes on YouTube, it's just going to already be up by tomorrow or when this is done.
A few more comments here. There hasn't been a place on the internet I've seen that hasn't been outpouring with love and stories and tributes. It's been amazing, and that's the truth. There's so many tribute videos. There's so many posts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm getting so many recommended videos of people with the tributes that I don't know, and it's another way that Billy's reaching us too, right? With other YouTube channels, like we're getting to now see other YouTube channels because of all of the tributes, which is great because now we're meeting even more people in the community.
Even just this, right? Connecting with people that maybe some of us haven't connected with and getting that minute to talk to one another is pretty special.
Thank you for honoring Billy's life. This is from Pixeled Erock. I spoke with him during the Game Chasers movie Kickstarter, and he was such a genuine guy. His spirit touched so many, and he'll always be remembered. Rest in peace, Billy. Good dudes. I remember that one episode. I think they went back and gave the lady money for because they saw how much it was actually worth.
I was always really impressed by that.
Yeah,
that was great. Yep.
There's some really memorable videos, right?
When he found Flintstones for $4.95.
I just watched that yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
That's great. Yeah,
and
Game
I
Exchange.
wished that I was him.
Yeah.
Right. And
My
then, like,
retro
right
life.
away,
Yeah. Having Gremlins 2 in your background is in honor of Billy is just perfect.
That's
right
why
there,
I did
Jay.
it. I
That's
just
right
thought
there.
of it, and I was like, I know what I'm putting in the TV.
Nice.
Jason, I always loved seeing Billy and Jay's situations visibly improve from episode 1 to now. Oh, absolutely. The growth of their channels, what they collect, even just like when they're sitting on the couch and talking to each other and having, like, I remember watching do you guys remember when Star Wars came out? They did a whole video of them just talking about Star Wars Force Awakens. Like after they saw it, they just got
cool.
home, sat on the
saw that,
couch
actually.
and filmed it. So they used to do all of that stuff too.
Hey, thanks for being here too, Jason.
I've
been watching their podcast lately.
Retro Hunter says the live chat should be there in the video on demand. So maybe Russ, you could look into that.
Yeah, I went into the back end here trying to see if I need to click something prior to us ending or what, but
sure. Another Bald Nerd, Game Chasers were one of the first retro gaming channels I saw that helped reignite my passion for old games and toys. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. And then My Retro Life, I'm going to do a Gremlins 2 video at some point, and I know who that I was to dedicate it to Billy.
Amen to that.
There you go.
I can't wait to see it.
I got to beat that game still.
Me too. So many games.
Iowa Retro Gamer Dad says, I believe once the fully uploads and process, the live chat can replay. Should be there. Yeah. So thank you guys for helping us on that. That's great. I like there's so many. I want to know from Keith. Was there do you remember the first video that you saw or one that stood out to you? Not to put you on the spot, I'm sorry.
Do I not hear?
Oh, he's muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
And I'm back.
Yeah,
I feel like
There
through
you
the
go.
conversation tonight, there's a lot of videos that have been popping into my head, right? I've just started watching them again. So the ones that are fresh are again the one where we were just talking about the Flintstones.
Yeah.
That one's fresh. And then like the next episode or 2 episodes after, they find little Samson and Billy is like, Jay, here you go. Right.
yeah,
Just minutes before some other dude walks up.
yeah, right. And a guy that didn't Jay work with him or something? Like
I
it was
can't
from his
remember the
job?
relationship,
Something
but
like that. Yeah.
They're super
And
good.
we have this one too. Another bald nerd sharing his favorite episode. I always enjoy the episode where they took Eric and Happy Console Gamer to a game store, and Billy had the employee prank Eric in the basement to scare him.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was when they had like the ghost in the basement. If you guys remember that one. That was
yeah.
at what was the name of that store? I actually went to that store, and I wouldn't have known that from that store if it weren't for that episode. If anybody knows, please leave it in the chat. But I remember, and I was like, "Oh man, can I go down to the basement?" But I was there by myself, and the owner wasn't there. So go ahead.
I was just going to bring up episode 1. One of the coolest things about episode 1 to me was Billy and Jay go meet up with this guy that they met who's a reseller, and he's got like this big box of games in his trunk. And one of the games that Billy mentioned specifically is a game that I owned as a kid. And the only reason I own this game, and I'm going to hold it up now, is because my dad was a pastor and he probably bought it at like the Bible bookstore. So when Jay pulled it out, I was like, holy crap, I had that game. And it like just so much nostalgia right there in episode 1 within like minutes of the show starting, and like I was hooked after that.
And I could picture him actually saying it too. Like when he got the game, he says, "King of Kings, Wisdom Tree game." You know, like I can.
Yeah, you can hear it in your head.
I can hear it in my head. We got another one here. Billy was amazing. Game Chasers will never be the same without him. I'm going to miss Billy. I'd always tune in to his Saturday night live gaming, and I'd always support the channel. Rest in peace, Billy. One thing that I always recognize too, which I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but I always found it a little strange that Billy and Jay live streamed at the same time. I don't know if you guys knew that. But it was kind of like you had to choose. Like I went back and forth. So like I would watch some of Billy's and I would watch some of Jay's. And I would also go and hang out with Billy on his Whatnot streams, because Billy would just sit at his desk, chat with you. And it was more of like a community chat, and he would sell games here and there. Like it wasn't about just selling. It was kind of talking about the show, talking about whoever was in the chat. So it was more of a show rather than a Whatnot, auction stream.
I think they were doing it they were competing with each other. Like they were.
Do you think it was
time.
That sounds
as friends? I would do that if I had a buddy that was, I'm like, we'll see
who's doing better,
right?
Heather says it sucks that Billy passed. I was always at the convention with the guys. Billy was always on top of stuff. He was so dedicated to the hunt and the game life. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll showcase a couple more comments here.
Sure. The episode where they went to Canada to that game store was one of my favorite episodes. I remember that they went to,
was it Toronto?
ANC Games.
Yeah.
ANC Games. And I think they just posted a post on Instagram. I think they went there twice, and that was the one. Okay. So look, we could talk about Billy's editing for a second, because I am still baffled and so impressed. There's a scene where they do the arm wrestle for the game. Okay. It was Jay and the owner of the store, and they did an arm wrestle, and they did like the song from Street Fighter.
Okay.
And what always baffled me, and you guys can watch it back, And it's still like, I still have no idea how he does it. Jay wins, and then the guy he beats kind of freezes and kind of just shoots out of frame. But as he shoots out of frame, the background is there. So it's like he's in the frame doing the arm wrestle, and then just him and his body leave, but you still see the background.
He probably had the same image over each other.
But it was
masking
erased.
effect.
But it was so seamless that
I'm
it
sure.
didn't
would have had to
seem
have
that
set
way.
it all up. Like it would have had to
It's
been all set up.
crazy. It's
The guy
probably
moved.
like the number one editing thing. Like I noticed, and I still notice to this day. Like,
Amazing.
how did he do that?
Yeah. Melville
Russ, you got
says
a
it was
few
hard
more
for
to
him to troll because they both streamed at the same time.
Oh yeah,
And
Milver
there
had
you
brought
go.
that up.
Oh, did Melvor say that? I'm behind on some of these
We
chats
are-
because I'm
Starting to have people crashing for the night. So what do you guys
Okay.
think? Should
It's
we
getting late. You ready
we
for
wrap this up?
do yourself a favor?
Oh yeah, Jay. What do you
Well,
what do you got? We usually every podcast Jay will call in to the show and let us know a song that we should be listening to, and we made a playlist on Spotify. If you look for the weekly Warp Pipe, do yourself a favor. Jay has curated quite the list of songs. So what do you
Sorry
have for
for
us
the
tonight,
one
Jay?
Blink song.
Yeah, the
Okay,
one
so-
Blink song in there.
Yeah, there
Sorry
should be
about
more
that.
Blink songs, Jay.
I'm gonna start another one soon where it's all like pop punk or something. But okay, guys, I kind of been thinking about this whole day and how we were gonna honor Billy and what was the perfect song. And I'm going to go with a song that came out in 1988. A song called Forever Young by Rod Stewart. I'm going to read some of the lyrics. And it says, and when you finally fly away, I'll be hoping that I served you well. For all the wisdom of a lifetime, no one can ever tell. But whatever road you choose, I'll be right behind you, win or lose, forever young. And it kind of rings out with more Forever Youngs. But every time I listen to that now, I think I'm going to have to associate that with Billy. If you read through the whole lyrics, I think it's a very fitting song. Billy was a young man, unfortunately, when he passed away, in my eyes. And so he gets to be forever young.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Very good.
So I guess we're gonna start wrapping this up, guys. But I don't want. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you to each
Absolutely.
and every one of you for being here. It's been great. There's been some laughs. There's been some tears.
It was a good outlet and voice for people. Like you said, maybe they don't have YouTube channels, and they could just come in here in the chat and tell some stories or send their condolences.
Yeah. And we're going to have this up for everybody to watch on a replay. I promise all of the monetization money that goes to this video is going directly to Billy's family. We will get it to them, no matter how small or how large it is. But I'm just really happy that we were able to do this and have you guys be a part of it. I know there was a lot of people out there that maybe felt they didn't have an outlet to express their feelings. And I thought that we all thought collectively that having all of you here was probably the best medicine for each of us. I know personally, on a personal level, I'm going to miss the hell out of Billy. I'm going to miss seeing him at shows. I'm going to miss him asking about how my wife is. But we have all of the videos. We have his memory. We have all of the great times, all the jokes. And we have everything that led us to here, to remember. and we only move on from here. We move forward in Billy's memory, and we stay strong as a community. Billy was a trailblazer, and he shaped the community. He brought us all together. And I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of you guys.
Yeah. We all owe something to Billy. Like, even if it's a friendship or if it's a game that you discovered because of them and their channel. I think this is going to be a lot for a long time. He's going to be remembered by so many people for how his life touched everybody. And I hope I'm sure he understood that with how he treated everybody, that he was, the way he talked to people and the way he made everyone feel like they were important to him. That's how we should all be. Just have a little bit of Billy in us. And I'm sure he would have made a joke at that. There's a bunch of jokes he would have made tonight. We all know it.
I don't think anybody could say it better, Keith.
Yeah.
Great way to end it.
Jay, do you have anything? Any final thoughts?
Nah, man. You guys, Billy's a legend. That's
Yeah.
That's it, man. He's just a legend. It's hard to beat.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but there was one thing else I wanted to say. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. There's always one more thing. There's always one more thing. But seriously, thank you guys. I hope this has been very helpful for you guys. And the one last thing that I wanted to say was, please, if you see any of us, anyone in the chat, any of us in the community, even if it's a complete stranger at a show, strike up a conversation and say hi, because we're all here and we're all together because of Billy. It's a wild thing to think about, but it's the truth. And so please don't be shy. Say hello to everybody. Treat everyone with respect. And thank you guys for being here.
That's it. Perfect. All right, guys. Be sure to watch some Game Chasers. Watch the movie. Pick up the movie. And that wraps up our episode. Appreciate everyone being here. And if you guys are watching the replay, it's going to be up on the channel. You could always leave comments of your stories about Billy in there as well. Yep. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.